So this is review number nine, and it's Peter Pan. This was a childhood favorite. I watched this movie all the time when I was a kid, countless times, on VHS.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it in a while, and was very curious to see how it holds up. And having seen it again, I felt a lot of the same magic that I did when I was a kid. I think this is actually pretty excellent.
I wouldn't say excellent, but I think it's good. It holds up and it doesn't hold up.
Yeah, there are things that are troublesome.
There are things.
First of all, this is a damn good looking movie.
Yeah, the animation is. I won't say the standout. There's a very clear standout of the movie. But yeah, the background work, the environment work, and the character animation especially is very, very, very good.
There's some paintings, some background paintings in this movie that border on photorealistic.
Yeah, like the opening like cityscape and stuff like that, and kind of them flying through London and stuff. That looks very good.
Some of the skyscapes are incredible.
Yeah.
And then the character animation is really fluid. Looks like there could have been either some rotoscoping or just some very good reference work here, because especially when you see the way fabric folds when it when characters make a sharp turn and their coats or their capes move about and flutter in the wind.
Yeah, I think they're just getting that good at drawing people.
It almost looks like they're drawing at a higher frame rate. The animation is so fluid. So yeah, the story is in a nursery in London. There's Wendy, John, and Michael, these three kids who tell stories about Peter Pan, and they like being kids. They play, they have fun, they don't want to grow up, and they have a father who is pressing him to do just that.
He's got no time for the puppy.
No. He's an impatient man. He's an adult through and through. He's a serious business.
Yeah, I'm a serious man.
Their mother was more encouraging of their innocence and their childhood wonder. One night, Peter Pan comes because he enjoys hearing stories about himself. He's kind of a cocky asshole. Yeah. He sees the idea of growing up as an affront. So he says, "Come with me, kids, to Neverland. You'll never grow up there." So Peter Pan, Wendy, John, Michael, they all think a happy thought. They get some faith, trust, and pixie dust, and they fly their asses to Neverland.
Yeah, and there he wants Wendy to tell stories about him, because that's another thing that he likes. It's like, oh, you tell stories about me? Well, hey, I got a gang back home. Why don't you come tell stories about me to them?
Yeah, come be the mother to me and the Lost Boys.
And once they get there, it's just adventures. There's Captain Hook. There's the mermaids, there's the Native Americans. It's just a collection of set pieces and running into all these different groups, kind of strung together with like a very, very light story.
And lots of physical comedy.
Yeah, and this is kind of like the actual standout, and what makes this movie work is Captain Hook and Smee.
Yeah, Captain Hook is the best character in the movie. He's a great Disney villain. The vocal performance by Hans Conried is excellent.
Yeah, it's
comedic gold, and
he's putting 110% into this character.
Yes, and his whole back and forth with Smee is just one knee slapper after another.
Yeah, Captain Hook is such a man-child and a baby, which is funny because he's supposed to be the adult between him and Peter Pan.
Yeah.
But he's always like cowering in fear or throwing temper tantrums, shooting his own men.
He's PTSD ridden.
Yeah.
Lost a hand to a croc, and now the croc is out for blood.
Yeah. It's me. Please help me. Just constantly. The back and forth between him and Smee is extremely funny.
The many ways that Captain Hook plays with physics, or the lack thereof.
Whenever he does not abide the laws of physics.
Whatever he has to do to get away from the crocodile, if it means defying physics itself, he'll do it.
Gravity be damned. Captain Hook's got to get away from that crocodile.
One of the things that I was thinking of as I was watching this is, I feel like the story to this and the message of it is very similar to that of the previous movie we just watched, Alice in Wonderland.
I was thinking that the whole time, is that this is the movie I wanted the last one to be.
If you want a more straightforward, functional screenplay that operates on proper movie storytelling rules, this executes that better than Alice in Wonderland did.
It's got basically kind of the same theme. As like an active imagination is a good thing as long as you don't let it go too far.
Yeah. It even has some of the same voice actors, Catherine Beaumont and Bill Thompson.
Yeah. I was struck by that watching this time, just thinking like, man, this is exactly kind of like what I wanted the last one to be. It's got the same messaging, but it's done in a more structured and coherent way that's not annoying.
And you were enjoying yourself, so you were able to appreciate things like the animation and the character work.
Yeah, I was much more like drawn into the experience this time because I wasn't being bashed in the head with stupidity. I would say my biggest problem with the movie is the fact that as far as like characters go, there really is only Captain Hook and Smee to talk about. I don't think anybody else in this movie is very interesting. Even Wendy, I think, is kind of a poor character.
I think Wendy is more the protagonist than Peter Pan is.
I mean, she definitely is, but I'm just so confused by her character and her motivations because she seems to flip-flop all the time between what she wants to do and what type of character she is. I don't think she's like they really nailed down like concretely what she is or what she's supposed to be.
Well, she's a child. She doesn't want to grow up. She loves living in her innocent nonsense world. But
Yeah.
when she actually goes to Neverland and is bombarded with the constant onslaught of nonsense, and she comes to learn that maybe growing up's not so bad after all.
But when we get back home, it's kind of business as usual. It's like, oh, you wouldn't believe the adventures we had. Like all this great and cool and fun stuff happened.
Oh yeah, but she does maintain that she's ready to grow up.
Yeah.
And then it's her father, ironically of all people, who tells her, in good time, it'll be all right.
Yeah,
Maybe don't rush that.
I wish there was just a little bit more to her character than things just kind of happening to her. I wish she was like more of an active participant. It really is just kind of her like watching things happen in this world and then commenting on them every once in a while. Even Peter Pan like says sometimes like, hey Wendy, watch this, and she just has to sit in the corner watching the movie happen.
Well, he's going to do what the hell he wants.
Yeah, Peter Pan, he's not a great character.
He serves exactly the purpose that he needs to serve. He's a dick. And I think even by the end of the movie, he too learns a little something about maturity, because throughout the whole movie, he's just selfish, immature, just all about me.
I mean, same can be said of Tinkerbell.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She does have some character progression, too. She's really petty and
Yeah,
jealous.
she immediately sells the crew out.
And then the worst thing about this movie is, of course, the horrendous, racist depiction of the Native Americans.
Yeah, it's been skewered to death for decades and for good reason. It's just preposterous.
All of the Native Americans are depicted with very high, prominent cheekbones, giant noses,
Yeah.
and cherry Santa Claus red skin, except for the attractive women
Yeah.
in the tribe. They're
got-
painted with realistic skin
Yeah,
tones.
they got lighter skin, they got more appealing features, they're smaller and less imposing. Yeah, and then of course like the songs they sing about the red man.
Yeah, we kissed a woman who was probably white. We blushed, and we've all been blushing since. That's why we're red. No. You left out the colonization part.
Well, can't have that in our Disney movie. That comes later.
Yeah.
What did you think of the songs?
I was just about to ask that same question. I like the songs in this movie. I frequently find myself humming tunes from this. Think of all the joy you'll find when you leave your world behind. That lives rent-free in my mind. I like it.
I like a few of them. I actually don't care much for the "You Can Fly" one very much.
Oh, I do.
I just don't like the hook very much. I think the rest of it's all right, but I just don't like the "You can fly, you can fly, you can fly." I don't love that.
And these tunes have existed in my mind for 30 years because I watched this all the time as a kid. So watching it again, all of these songs were just tattooed in my head. I've heard them so many times.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I don't love all of them though.
There was actually a few moments that I actually kind of found touching. The Your Mother and Mine sequence actually did kind of hit me in the feels, and then
I felt nothing.
soulless. And then when the bomb goes off in Peter Pan's hideout, and Pan is like searching the rubble for Tinkerbell, and he's telling her, "Oh, don't you understand? You mean more to me than anything in the world." I felt that.
Yeah, maybe I would have if their relationship was a little more established, but she's banished like almost as soon as they land at Neverland, so they don't interact with each other really at all for the entire movie. Unfortunately, I didn't really feel much from that stuff.
So, what is your final number grade on a scale of 1 to 10?
This one I'd probably give a 7. I like Captain Hook and Smee. That and the animation are the main reasons to watch this for me. I love everything that they do. It's a very funny movie. I just don't think the rest of the characters are that great.
Yeah, almost as funny as Cinderella.
Yeah, I guess so.
I will give it an 8. I actually found myself thoroughly enjoying it again this time around. Haven't seen it in a while, and yeah, I felt transported back to a simpler time.
Yeah, it's much better than the last movie, Alice in Wonderland. It's about the same length, but this felt way more like a breeze than Wonderland did.
And there is a sequel, and we are going to talk about it because that was released in theaters, and we saw it. So we will talk about that, but it's going to be a while from now.
Yeah, a little while.
So you'll get our opinion on that down the line. But as of now, I really liked it. 8 out of 10. You enjoyed it. 7 out of 10.